Alright, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Sparkles Corner. This is where everything starts at. I set this up. This here is basically the board station, is what I like to think of it as. I'll put the board here, face down. You'll need one of these guys. You'll need this little guy here, a skill saw, and then your choice, either a power drill or one of those little things you could basically drill into the board and then do a square cut. A skill saw, I keep it down there for now, and the drill's underneath that one. If you're going with the drill, you'll want your bit as rinky-dink as possible.
You'll need it.
Okay, you also need a tape measure, and I use a washable marker. You can use a pen or a pencil. Now, because wall boards is one-shot deals. Basically, when you mess up, you just basically blew over $10 every time you mess up one of these. So basically, you gotta cut once and cut right. So what I do is I think of it, okay, I'm laying on the ground looking up at the board put up to figure out what's what and what's where. So here's what I do. I go floor. That tells you that's the floor. Corner, okay, that's the corner to the wall. That's to the ceiling. And this is wall. It's every time I take a measurement, I can look at those 4 writing spots and I immediately know what it is. Spelling don't matter, it's getting glued to the wall, just as long as you know what it means. Now, tape measure. I set everything up out there before I take even my first measurement. It's just the smart thing to do. Bam, like. Okay, now the floor markings coincide with this. Floor, ceiling, corner, wall. It's perfectly understandable. Alright, first measurement. Now, I do a lot of back and forth when I do these things. There's a lot of back and forth. I let the tape measure go down. Pull a little grip on tape measure, keep it up in there. Span down here. Okay, because these toe kicks has got a good lip on them, what I basically want to do is I want to make the board to the height from the ceiling down to the toe kick, and then when I'm done, done all the boards, I'm going to take white caulking, slap it on in there. It'll still look just as pretty as the picture. Big measurements are so awkward.
This is the old wall, the blue, and this is the other wall, and this is the wall David's already done. Now we're gonna go find David again. He did prepping on the walls. David, why don't you tell our viewers how you prep the wall?
Alright, with wall boards, your walls has to be the more level, the better. When it comes to wall boards. Painting is more forgiving to off-level walls. Wall boards are not. So you basically gotta sand, and just depending on your walls, you might have to do a lot of mudding.
I also removed all the nails from my pictures before.
That's a given. But wall preparation, removing nails.
But you don't have to fill the holes because you're using wall boards.
Depending on, you know, how big your nail is or screws, and you may or may not have to.
Be right back. Here.
Sorry, my allergies are bad this month.
What David's doing is moving the sawhorses underneath, which we have 4 underneath, level.
I personally recommend using 6.
Do we have 6 underneath there?
No, I got 4 under there. Unfortunately, two of the sawhorses are occupied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, occupied. But you can get away with 4, but 6 is just easier. But it ain't good to do it yourself. Or probably had 8 or 9 of them. We need to get more sawhorses.
I gotta admit, viewers, after I bought 2 sawhorses and David said we needed more, I was hesitant, but he proved a use for them.
Yeah, sawhorses is something you can't have enough of. Because you make tables out of them, you can all kinds of crazy stuff with sawhorses. One time I took all my sawhorses and my skill saw and made a table saw.
And the skill saw David's using is a brand new skill saw. We just bought at Lowe's on Friday. That's like our 3rd or 4th skill saw we've gone through.
Yeah, I go through them.
So I know the first skill saw I bought was top line, most expensive. After that,
Actually,
I learned.
it wasn't. It wasn't most expensive.
He picked one so it could have a laser light. And so after that, now we don't buy the more expensive ones anymore since we know he's going to wreck them.
In fairness, that one went through a lot.
Every time I bought a skill saw, David has picked out the skill saw himself, personally.
Yeah, so that skill saw's been through a lot.
It's a very handy tool to have. And when we're done the walls, we're going to talk about the carpet on the floor last.
Okay.
This is the next corner of it. After that, we will be doing some crown molding.
1.1.
He's now double checking his measurements. He's frustrated with himself.
How'd that happen? How did that happen?
Oh, you will also be required to use a glue.
Actually, depending on the room, you might be able to get away without using it, but you know, it's just best to put it under there. Alright. Attempt 2.
We're going to show you how David does it from one board and how he measures for the switches and everything.
That's accurate enough. Yeah, you still have some play and error with boards, but the thing is, you really want to be as accurate as possible.
Careful, you don't want that falling on your foot. That would hurt.
Okay. I just thought that had this one be the cut.
What? That
Yeah, if I
end?
had the line over there, it'd be easier.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't.
It didn't matter whether it's the top or bottom, whatever.
Yeah, it didn't matter where this cut is, but it would have been easier to be over there.
That was your choice. Well, oh, hold on, David. Why don't you just twist the board around end for end?
I already got my mindset orientated this way, so
All you do is have to turn that end for end. I can help you.
yeah, don't worry about it.
a note to all our viewers out there. I had went to Lowe's and purchased the ceiling boards. Then I thought that they could fit in our car. I was wrong.
I knew they wouldn't fit.
So David was right on this score. So then I had
It's a car, not a truck.
Well, I thought they could fit in there because I think they could fit in a car like Seasparkle that was extra long, but the way his trunk is built is different from Seasparkle. It's not a hatchback. Okay, so then I had to go forget it. I rented a truck from Home Depot.
Okay.
Went over there and then drove back, and David put it in the truck. I rented a truck for like a minimum amount of time. I had less than 20 minutes, and then we got the ceiling boards home. It only cost me 20 bucks. Okay, now for a bit more information on this. This is the heavy-duty adhesive that David's using to put up the wall boards.
You can use liquid nail if you want.
And this is our brand new skill saw that we just got.
Actually,
Fresh out of the box.
out there right now.
That David's using.
Okay.
We're gonna turn the blue wall with wall boards. And he's removing all the plates. Apparently he missed removing one. These two plates have already been removed. And I saved the plate in my little thing. Right here, Dave. I save all the parts right here. And I overbought for Ryu, and this couldn't fit in his cage. This was going to be his...
A sweating you will do, a sweating you will do. Oh,
his hay, for his hay.
will be a sweating.
But he doesn't need it. Oh, crud.
Because I didn't leave quite as much wire here as I thought.
Just to let you know, that's not active.
It's not even connected.
It's not even connected. It's just for looks, I guess. I guess you disconnected it when we removed the phone.
Oh, I'm guessing I did.
Phone plugs are now a thing of the past. He doesn't even have to cut for that hole, because it's not connected to anything. Tell our viewers what you're doing.
I'm looking for the wire.
I don't think there is a wire because the phone's been disconnected.
Wait a minute. I cut it when I did that wall over there, that's why.
You don't need to cut the hole on that one then.
Nope.
And measure the width of the board, see if it's 4 feet. It just might be ready to come up. 4 feet width across. The boards are 4 feet wide. Up. Gotta cut for that. You're not gonna remove that plug's active, David.
I have to pull the blue box. Wait a minute.
Why? Why wouldn't you just
Wait.
cut part of it and just slap it up?
Yeah, I still have to take the outlet off.
Hmm?
So I have to take the outlet off because I'm going to slip the outlet through the board to put the faceplate on, and the other faceplate can go on it.
Faceplate goes over the board.
Yeah, but you see the faceplate attaches to here and here. And if the board was here, then I couldn't put the faceplate on it. The outlet would be
the other one you don't even have to do.
So what I'm doing is I'm loosening up the outlet. That way, when I put the board up, I can pull the outlet through the board.
Okay.
And I want to run the screws through the hole. I have to do that for every one of these, otherwise the plates won't even work.
Well, you only got to do that one for this board.
Yeah, I ruined this whole wall, so I'm gonna have to do that one inevitably. So I'm just going to hit it while I'm sitting down here.
We're doing this whole wall today, but we're only going to show you one wall, how he does. One wall board.
A good mark of a job you're doing right is if the prep work takes the longest.
Put the screws in here.
Yep.
I got this little container here to keep all of our screws in. I suggest you guys have little containers to keep all your screws and faceplates
I suggest one container for screws for outlets and one container for the faceplates.
We can tell the difference, so
You can
they're
tell
all
the
in
difference,
here.
but it just makes it easier.
They're all right in here because they're all going back.
Yeah,
Up
these screws
today.
here are actually substitute screws.
Okay.
All right, there. That it? That looks it.
Yeah, that's it.
It don't hurt to give your wall once over.
And with David, the wall board's going to go right up to here.
I know.
The edge is going to go right up to the edge of that faceplate.
Let's find more of those guys. Okay.
You should remeasure the 4 feet. And where's your marker?
I think it's out next to the skill saw.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Dave? It's going to go partial to faceplate.
Get back up there. Be nice. Be nice for David. He works hard to get these measurements. All right. Sometimes I think tape measures exist just to annoy me. 46 and quarter. 46 and 1Q.
Your marker's right there. So you got to cut a hole. He's now.
Okay, just so I know, if you have any single like outlets for this case available, all you have to do is measure this way, then this way, then take the outlet, slap it on the board, and do a square with it. Now, if you don't have one, then you'll need measurements from here, from that wall to here, and then from that wall to here, and then from down here to here, then down here to here.
The whole outlet is going to be part of the board. It's going to be part of the half of the board. This one's going to be a tough cut.
13. We're about to take that measurement and take it out. 17 and out. Alright.
You got to also measure the size. They usually run about 2 inches.
And that sucker sunk in there. Why'd you have to have that? How did you get something like that?
The bottom 2 is 13 and a half, by the looks of it. A little bit, might be a little bit more because he's looking straight on. I'm looking from above. Since he's not telling you what he's doing.
I'm trying to make sure I get it right. I don't want to call it 14. I can trim it. It's a lot easier to remove than it is to put back.
Yeah.
I'm going to call that 14. Okay. 14 and 17 and a half. I'll get those two marked out. 14 and 17 and a half.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
This marker is my calendar marker.
Don't look right. All right. $46 1/4, 4.5 feet. 46 1/4, 4.5 feet. 46
You want to get the width from here to here.
4.5 feet. Crap. 46 1/4, 4.5 feet. All right. $46 and what?
46 1/4. For 1.5 feet. I heard you say that. Aren't you going to make the cut on this side, Dave?
No,
You-
this is the wall corner.
You got the corner listed for over there, David. The wall piece for over here. This will go on the wall piece.
Thanks. You just.
Well, it didn't matter.
Actually, it does matter. This cut actually does matter.
Okay.
This cut matters a lot. Too. Actually, ever since the word in the wise of mattering, this cut is catastrophically matters.
Oh, you're welcome. Don't you want to make that straight
Yeah.
with your T-square?
What I did just do was basically to remind me what's what. Yeah, this one actually, it's okay to make this one too small. You just don't want it too big.
Yeah, because you ruined the entire board.
You definitely don't want that fraction of an inch screwing everything up. Come on.
My son's allergies are acting up.
Oh.
2 inches.
Well, as long as it's too small, I can fix it. It's too small with a little bit of filing, a little bit of extra drilling, but I can't fix it if it's too big. At least it looks a little too small. Okay.
I love you, David. Now he's drilling a hole in the 2 corners. For some reason. He used to have a tool that he said he hated that could have cut
kicking
that.
blades out.
And he had us basically get rid of.
Yeah, because I got sick of it after.
It was called a jigsaw. There we go. David's drilling with his little drill. He used to have a jigsaw, but he got rid of it. David had an electric tool to do it with, but he forgot to get a new blade. So he's just basically taking a knife and cutting it. And I put the bent blades on top of the freezer to remember to go pick it up. So he basically cut it the easy way.
Yeah, beat setting up a power tool.
So now we're going to take this into the room and put it up. I'll meet you in the room. I'm going to turn off the ceiling fan. What he's doing is measuring the board to make sure his cuts are right before he glues it. And then I'm going to show you how he preps the glue.
Already fell on Mom had already won, so.
Well, I was trying to
Yep.
help. Oh, these boards are so beautiful.
You're going to be so much trouble, you stupid outlet.
I think you've got it perfect.
Yep.
He's got it perfect. He's ready to glue up.
Well, I didn't waste $10.
All right. Now, David's going to show you how he preps his adhesive.
I have to find or get more of these. What was that? There's something flying off the camera. Well, as long as I don't get on my foot, I don't care.
Do you want me to run the shark over it?
No, because it might be something important. It might be a nail or a screw or something. I'll have to look later on. Trash can.
Trash can?
Yeah, I'll go with the one in the kitchen. Damn, man.
David, why'd you going back? I'm gonna shut
I
this.
forgot my knife. Okay.
Okay. Now, David's going to show you how to open up. Why do you need to open up another one?
2 tubes per board.
I know. Okay.
So yeah, I kind of have to open one. 2 tubes per board.
Now he's going to show you how he opens a tube. Explain what you're doing.
That's a spout cutter. You pull this back, that way your handle works. You jab it in there. You squeeze the handle. Flip it around. part, the more I poke it just controls how much of it can come out. I mean, I just basically poke the daylights out of it.
And
at this point, you can't clean the end of this off if it starts to get too mounted.
Also, make sure your room is well ventilated.
Now, because I did 2, give a little yank. You hold like this. So you get a nice little firm grip in there. You grab the other one you open, and then you just basically walk back.
And make sure your room is well ventilated.
That is no joke, by the way. Some glues really do smell.
I have, this glue smells, I have my window open, although you can't tell by the video, but my window is open.
Just in case there's any doubt. I'm gonna take my hair knife and stick it in my room. I'm gonna kind of hinge it over. And then slack it down some. Make sure I can reach everywhere. Can't reach everywhere. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna do like I did the last few. This power told my mom she actually moved her room around. So that means actually it's now a little bit harder to get the board where I need it to be.
I moved my room around so you could gain access to the wall.
It's like getting access to it, but the bed has been like blue table is now a little bit more interesting to reach.
Try not to get glue on my bed.
I'm worried about getting glue on your pillows.
My head goes on those pillows.
Exactly. Oh, in case you're wondering, a dead giveaway when you need a new one of these is when you pull the trigger, the rod just slips and stays in place. That's a dead giveaway you need to replace these caulking guns, okay? So, if your caulking gun is, you pull the trigger and it's not pushing material out, that means you need a new tube. New caulk gun, I mean. Like this one's about ready to get replaced.
And oh, by the way, he did not mention that when we were at Lowe's.
I don't use it that often. Normally I screw everything.
But that seems to be working fine.
And that's because I forced it to do the part where it slips. I don't honestly know how these things get worn out. There's all kinds of different ways you can glue these. So I just kind of just glue. You can do it around the perimeter, you can glue up and down lines.
Start the other end.
And all kinds of different ways you can glue them. I don't think there's no real wrong way to glue. You can't, however, put too much glue on a board.
And then you make a mess.
There's a booger. It's on the board.
Good.
Alright, when you're unloading one of these, all I have to do is basically pull back, tap, grab. I'm gonna try and do this one all the way.
And finish this line up.
Yeah, that one is empty. Good. Alright, and then You take your time, because you have a few minutes with this type. It's not liquid nails. That's why I don't use liquid nails. Liquid nails it's tacky too quick. These are cardboard and aluminum.
Recycling.
You can actually recycle these, but
Recycling goes out tomorrow.
if you want to recycle them, and you do like we do, you put cardboard in there. Just take a little bag. You do this. The primary reason you do that is that way you don't put the adhesive.
That's if there's room in the recycling bin.
Now your adhesive don't get on your can. Don't get stuck in your can or anything. Okay.
Where we live, they only pick up the recycling every 2 weeks, so it's very difficult.
Now this is the part where you gotta be careful. So, don't rush it, just take your time. I'm not sure when I was getting where the action actually is, because ironically I had my hands and feet. With this one, you gotta kind of use everything you got at your disposal. You gotta use your feet, you gotta use your hands, you gotta use your elbows. Alright.
And the glue does have an odor.
Yep. Didn't you get it right first, or you want to put your nail on it, just so you know? Because then that nail can serve as a hinge.
It helps to hold the board. And he's using nails that have the color of the wood.
Yeah. You want them heads on to be as tiny as possible. You want to do the same color as the board. Oh! Oh well. Not anything I can do about that. Alright.
I'll have to try to hide that with a picture.
Well, things happen, Okay, that's interesting.
You should have put it up higher where the crown molding would have covered it.
Yeah, like I'm that tall.
We have step ladder. But you see,
Yeah, it's very tiny, so it ain't gonna affect anything.
see how beautiful that looks? You see, the wood panel is a step up from the old paint. Don't get me wrong, I like paint, I just got sick of painting.
Like you ever have to paint your bedroom?
So, and I wanted the wood paneling to make a lovely change. It makes the room so much better.
Give me that little bucket.
Huh?
Give me that little bucket thing.
Right there. That's what you meant?
Yeah. Only this goes from that one. So don't forget. It's longer. There we go. There's one.
The next board he's going to be doing is going to be much more difficult. He can pick through and get whichever screws he likes out of that. I'm going to put my ceiling fan back on now the board's in.
Where is that particular? There it is. When in doubt, in this case, if your outlets are like that, where you can't move them to pull them forward, go to Lowe's and get a longer screw. Or in my case, just grab a longer screw. Lucky for me, I have a slight obsession with a certain size screw. And if you're safety obsessed, you're more than welcome to turn off your main breaker before you do this stuff. Or the breaker for the particular room you're working on. Just if you end up with it like this, trust me, do not over tighten. They'll make it so the faceplate won't sit right.
Faceplate will be going back on.
Okay. Yeah, I better loosen that up a bit. So I'm going to put this one up. It can sit under there a bit easier.
He's getting that ready because he knows once we put up all these boards and he puts the faceplate up, they've got to be perfect because we will never be doing anything more to these walls again.
There we go. Actually, I should have put a little bit of mud in.
Also, these wall boards give another layer of insulation to the room, which is helpful. You see how there's the old wall. See the difference? Oh, what a difference.
There we go. Ah! And then that was screwed over my hand.
Finished with our little case here?
Yep.
Okay. Everything is going to be done and done.
Now at this point, you can put boom, 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 put a few nails like in the bottom down there and through the middle. That way it's flatter.
Crown molding is going to go up
But
there.
that's basically it.
All right, we'll see you when this room is done. Take care. Here is. Oh, let me close these drapes. We're getting sun glare from the windows. Here is all the wall board is done in my room. And here's it, the new arrangement. The ceiling is done. The wall boards is done. We have to replace with a new door because I don't like that one. And I want to get a padded headboard and crown molding around the top. But just for looks. As you can see, the room is done. Thank you for watching. And stay tuned for the next part when we do the corners. Touch-ups on the corners and the crown molding, replacing the door, and we're going to make a homemade padded headboard to finish up this room. As always, feel free to share, feel free to subscribe, but the wallboard section is all the way done. You saw it before, and now you're seeing it after. My son did a beautiful job. My son did every bit of the wallboard himself, and I love it. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like a work of art. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share. Feel free to subscribe. And as always, the fun never ends. Hugs and kisses from my family to yours. Don't miss any future home improvements, cooking videos, or whatever we decide we would like to share with all of you. We love all of you. And have an awesome Sunday. Bye, everybody.